Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live.
Oh, hi. Hey, Leo.
How are you today? Welcome to your June horoscope. What is around Leos for the month of June? Let's take a look. It is a full moon in Sagittarius, so it's a spicy full moon, but it's also a moon where you can learn to operate differently and not care so much. Which is ironic for Sagittarians because they care so passionately. But there's something different about this moon that's being encouraged by all. So, Leos, you are being first because for the past few months, I think since March, you guys have gotten a tower. We're going to see if the tower shows up yet again. Something going on there. Um, we hope that it doesn't, right? I mean, at the very least, I've had many people tell me that my readings are biased, that I give Leos the best readings. And at the very least, this may prove that, if anything, these readings are authentic, and in no way am I biased over anything in this reading. So I hope that helps you all that say I am biased and give Leos the best readings, because it's just not true. We are just the best. All right. Please, God, talk to me. Talk to me about Leos. Please allow me to see anything and everything that you would like for me to see. Leos are your children. They are your loves. They are your beloveds. Please, Father God, authorize me to see and say what you would like for me to say and see. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 Okay, Leos, there is a legal situation. Be careful. I'm going to say be careful because I don't believe you do need to go. Damn it, the tower still shows up. Be careful that it could involve a vehicle. A legal situation could involve a vehicle. There is a man here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries man, highly sexual man. Um, Pay close attention to detail. The Tower card does show up again, Leo. So, shows up crowning you. I've got to look back to see what positions it's been falling. Right now, it's crowning you. And I feel like don't become immobile, right? Think quick on your feet, Leo. Think quick on your feet. Remember that. Think quick on your feet. Don't get don't get stuck. Don't get don't get paralyzed if a situation shows up. Be quick on your feet. The Knight of Swords means take quick action, but karma is here. Karma is here. Now, it's interesting because karma also means judgment. Justice and judgment go together. So it also could be a court case, all right? And it could be a court case around money involving a woman, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries woman. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries man, and I'm wondering if they both know each other. And then I'm getting the Six of Pentacles, which is an extra card that I pulled. I didn't think I pulled an extra card, but clearly it's here. I'm going to get my book real quick to read Justice and Judgment and see how they coordinate. So give me 1 second. I'm going to look at them in the order that they show up. So I'm going to look at the Tower first, right? Just bear with me, Leo. Tower. And if anybody wants to look at this spread and tell me what you all think it is, I would appreciate, ironically, the help. Let me just push it over so you all could see it as well. This is judgment or karma, okay? So I'm going to start out with Tower. Just bear with me. There's another way that this can be done without pulling my nerves into it. Tower is 16. A bolt from the blue, collapse of a structure, disruption, a jolt of insight, a shocking revelation, a traumatic experience, major transformation, a crisis point, unavoidable change, release from bondage, liberation, breaking free, shocking spiritual enlightenment, purging, darkness dispelled, disturbing news, an illumination, flash that sets you free, eliminating what is worthless, disappointment, collapse of plans, breaking down outmoded forms, a new job, a change of residence, a disturbing incident, problems with property, bankruptcy, loss of security, earthquakes, natural disasters, a stroke or a sudden attack, hospitalization. I can see the light. Someday you will thank me for this. You can't go back home again, back to the drawing board. The appearance of the tower is often heralds swift, shocking, dramatic change. The structures of life begin to fall down. You must deal with the collapse of an old way of thinking, old way of life. You may find yourself suddenly selling your home, moving to new residence, changing jobs, pursuing a new career, entering psychotherapy. I think we all need that. The upheaval associated with this card involves a moment of truth that forces you to get rid of false life structures and identify what you truly value. Now is the time to rid yourself of binding social conventions. The structures imprisoning you must be shattered before you can achieve enlightenment. This card also could involve a theft, job loss, family quarrels, trouble with property. The old order must dissolve. Also means unsound structures will come crumbling down. Now, when we say natural disasters, I'm sure many Leos in Virginia and Mississippi are going through it right now. And this could be very meaningful for someone there, right? Let me just see something. Just reminded when I said natural disasters. Okay, so I read the Tower first. I meant to read Justice first, but it's okay because the Tower just bothers me. Um, Justice is 11, so let's read justice. Being judged, but it will be a fair outcome. Balance, equilibrium, restoration of balance, fairness. Order restored. Remember, this card means order has to be dismantled. Order's restored. So order's restored and then this card, but I did it in reverse, so it is what it is. Accountability, integrity, clear vision. Remember, this card also represents a sense of clear vision, a sense of proportion, the power of the intellect, a just outcome, the right decision, decision needed to maintain justice, law, order. Oh, dealings with the law, contracts, binding agreements, an apology. Justice appears when you must weigh factors to make a reasoned decision. Oh, you would do well to examine your conscience and consider the other person's point of view before making a moral choice. Justice may also indicate involvement in legal proceedings in the near future. Legal matters will proceed in fair and dispassionate way. Oh, I think I know what this is. I think I know what this is. Um, if you have acted unjustly, you're about to face the consequences. I don't think it's about that with Leos because we don't tend to act unjustly per se, but I think I might know what this is. I think I did something that might have triggered events. That's what I'm thinking. Um, I think I know what this is. Damn it. Because I felt it when it happened. I was like, maybe this isn't going to work out to my favor. Then we get judgment, but next to justice is movement. It's movement. Something's moving, not as fast, right? Because this is considered a car, not as fast. For those of you that have drinking issues, Leo, it could be a DWI, DUI situation that you can control, right? Judgment, summing up, rebirth, a momentous choice, the ending of a phase of life and the assessment of its worth, judging or being judged, growing up, your position changes, a change of position, the end of a situation. I think I know what this is. A career change, resurrection, the need to evaluate or be evaluated. The phoenix rises from its ashes, a ponderous decision. This is about a decision, guys, but it also is a call to action. Remember, the first thing I said was, and I didn't know what I was saying, but the first thing I said was, don't be immobilized. Like, you have to act, right? Renewal, an identity crisis, a time for evaluation, a new direction, readjustment, transition, awakening, metamorphosis, a new life, new opportunities, transformation, healing, breaking free of old habits. It can turn into a favorable legal decision, balancing acts, a clean slate. As you sow, you reap. A cycle is ending. You must prepare for a new growth. You are reaching a milestone in development. You may be faced with a crucial decision that will alter your life's course. Something about a decision, guys. If you make this decision with full awareness of its potential for transformation, the outcome will be beneficial. You may not like it, but the outcome will be beneficial. Now is the time of major changes and improvements. It's kind of a rebirthing process, which birthing is very painful. If you're contemplating a career change, you will achieve success. In matters of health, you will recover. If involved in legal matters, they will be decided in your favor. This is the end of a cycle, a time of renewal, awakening, a time to reap rewards of past action. The time has come to wipe the slate clean and prepare for a positive new beginning. I think I know what this is. I kept thinking it was something Okay, I know what this is because I walked into it. I know exactly what this is. Um, Whatever it is, you have to act quick and fast. Remember that when it shows up. Remember, don't be like you have time. You don't have time. It's a call to action. And then the Three of Pentacles means almost means like close attention to details, but in a way where you're taking care of things. Um, all right. Do you know what it is, Leo? Do you have any idea? Because I think I finally know, but I had to walk into it, right? I couldn't see it and the minute I walked into it, I was like, this doesn't have to go well. I remember saying it to myself. Michelle V says, I'm considering retirement at the end of August of September. I'm tired. 39 years this year hasn't been the best for me and my family. 39 years of working. Um, so the tower still shows up, guys, for Leos. But I know a couple of Leos where this has walked in already. So at least they found out what it was. Mine hasn't shown up yet, except that when I stopped fearing the energy and I just read the cause, tower shows up again, but justice and karma, which is also judgment, which goes along with justice, it makes the tower less evasive, invasive. So there is a woman surrounding this, there is a man surrounding this, and they either are together, they could be co-workers, they could be relatives, but they're not married. Remember that these people are not married because they're not showing up on the same levels, but they are showing up in very important positions. I pulled an extra card, which is the Six of Pentacles, and I feel like this is going to come down to, I'm going to read it just a little bit. It's going to come down to doing the right thing because of your generous soul, Leo, because you're going to get what you deserve. There might be something about this that's necessary. There's something that needs to be dissolved. If you don't dissolve it without having to hold on. There's a thing with Oya, right? Where Oya tells you, let it go. And you tell Oya, fuck no. And Oya understands, right? So she's not like forcing it. Something will come up again. She's going to be like, let it go. And you say, I can't do it. And let's say you're holding a knife, right? I have a good example here. Oya might say, put the knife down, right? But the knife is a person. The knife is a husband. The knife is a girlfriend. The knife is like narcissistic behavior. I can't do it. I won't do it. You know, this situation makes me win. The knife could be a child. It could be custody. It could be a fight, right? And Oya says, release this. I've got something better. It's going to work out to your advantage. And you go, absolutely not, Oya. And you go on about your business. You hold on to that knife. She knocks on your shoulder again. She goes, do me a favor. Release this. And you actually grab it tighter. And you go, absolutely not. And Oya goes, no, I swear to God, I got something better for you. Oya, God, I got something better for you. And you go, under no circumstances. This is my custody battle, my child. I want all or nothing, right? When there are other factors that you can consider, right? You could consider 50-50. You could consider better visitation, but you don't want that. You're so mad. You just want what you want. So you hold on to that knife. Oya says one more time, let it go. Release yourself from this situation. and you don't. Now, the dramatic of Oya is to take the knife, rip it out of your hand, and you're bleeding, right? That's the dramatic of understanding um, what would happen if you don't let things go, if you don't consider other options, if you're not considerate of the other person, your child, your relationship. Sometimes you just have to let go of a relationship. Sometimes, like some people like to stalk. It's like, no, it's going to work to your disadvantage, right? Or God will be saying the same thing to you. The point that I'm trying to make is there's no need for the stance that you're taking. I'm the best. I know what's right. I'm going to do it my way. I want to remind all Leos that you are being affected by Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is a fixed sign. You are fixed and stubborn and know it all. And you're right. You do know it all. But how many people are you hurting by knowing it all? It doesn't matter, right? Give up the ghosts so that you can breathe. You could be happy. You could compromise, right? If it's not a knife, which is dramatic, then it's custody. And the judge says, I need you to compromise. You go, I will not compromise, judge. I will not. I need you to compromise. Months later, I cannot compromise. I refuse. And the judge goes, but if I have to make the decision, you may not like it. But the judge doesn't say that to you, right? The judge finally says, wow, we gave her how many times to look at her situation and to make it better. The judge might say, now I see her as the problem. So you know what? Since she is such a problem, and since she wants to fight so badly, take the kids from her. Give the kids to him. Whose situation am I talking about? How many times I have to tell you to stop stalking someone? It's not going to work to your advantage. Stop stalking. And then you get to court, and then the judge has to discover I'm not the one that's stalking. She's making it all up, and I have proof. And the judge all of a sudden puts a restraining order on you, not the other person. That's what the tower looks like. All right? Fighting to get your job back. Fighting because you did drugs and you got pee tested and you're fighting to get your job. I want to get my job back because they had no right to. And what if you do get your job back? And then they set you up. And now you're really fired, but worse than ever before because they set you up. Did you really want to go back in with the Wolves? Because the Wolves didn't like you in the first place. And you keep fighting to go back with the Wolves. And the Wolves are like, just stay out there. Like, we like, stop. Like, let it go, Leo. And you're like, no, I'm not going to let it go. You don't get just to fire me. I'm going to appeal this. And I'm going to get my job back because I was wrong. I was wrong. And you were wrong. Nobody's saying you weren't wrong. Maybe fighting is not within your best interest, Leo. And then you get your job back and you show up and you're like, you all thought you got rid of me. And then they're like, we're going to set her up so bad. We're going to make sure she never works again. Leo, something is going on and you need to face it. And when it shows up, it's about justice and fairness, right? In between justice and fairness is, what do I do? What do I do? Because it's not fair that this happened. What do I do? The answer to your question is, don't do anything. give up the ghost. It's a lose-lose. And you'll learn the lesson beyond the lesson. You'll learn the lesson someday. In the midst of this, you're not learning your lesson. So, have you made mistakes? This is a card of, creating, making mistakes. Look, close attention to detail, but did you miss something in the process? These cards are very identical. I don't know. Also, there's a water sign man and a water sign woman that you cannot trust, Leo. Mm-mm. I get the high priestess. Uh-uh. They might work together. You get people of identical stuff, which is so weird for readings. They might work together. Mm-mm. Cannot trust them at all. They work. These two are either relatives of one another or they work together. Water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Just know it. Just know it. Um, for some of you, there's a pregnancy coming from a Earth sign man, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but there is a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius woman giving some interference. She's very sneaky, giving some interference and probably hoping that you miscarry. Probably praying on it. If you're looking for love, I do feel like love is coming into you, right? It's not in your vicinity. I feel like it's coming in. Some of you are going to get married to a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius man. That's really good. 1 month, 1 year. It's really good. Don't need to worry so much, Leo. If you have to worry this much, hibernate. Just be by yourself. You'll find strength in hibernation. There's a lot of worrying going on with you, Leo. Just pull out. Go to work, come home, pull out. Pull your energy in. Be careful of being too defensive and fighting too hard. Fighting too hard will change everything. I feel like your moral compass might be a little off because you want to fight until there's blood and people will walk away from you. It's a weird card, weird spread, Leo. Make some sacrifices when it comes to children. All right, there's somebody here, could be a little girl, it could be somebody here that needs a lot more looking into in terms of a sport. I believe it's a little girl. This little girl is a money maker. You can't see it now, but make the sacrifice because I just think there's something sport-wise that this little girl should be doing. Not a fan of a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius woman. I do get the Sun card here. I get the Sun card with some topsy-turvy emotions. I just don't know why the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius woman has her back to you. But she's also in the future, so maybe she doesn't have your back to you. She would wind up with her back to you regardless because she's in the future. So maybe it's not what I think it is. Just some emotions involved and stitching things together. It's not over money. Oh, it's not over money. It's infinity. Infinity, but infinity, but in the form of money, but it's infinity, which is weird. Okay. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn woman loves to fight. You need to make a decision on this woman. I'm not sure if this is your love interest. I feel like she fights too much, especially if she's an Aries Taurus. There's some familiar energy that's coming through for you, Leo. Do not self-sabotage familiar energy, meaning don't act like you know it all. All right? If you don't act like you know it all and just kind of come humble and just act like, oh, yeah, I used to do this, but yeah, teach it to me all over again. you will become the star because you know a lot. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Hold on a second. There's a lot going on here. You know, although the tower did show up again, Leo, I really feel like there's nothing to fear this time. Okay? Need some water. Your final outcome is Observer. Again, it's a weird card. Observer, number 49. If that number means anything to anybody. It's so hot outside. 49. Observer. Perspective, neutral observation from a distance. Most people see the world through a personal lens. They closely identify with their feelings and experience, so much so they come to believe that this is their only reality. There are times when you need to distance. You need distance in order to gain perspective and understanding of your circumstances from a neutral vantage point. Now is one of those times in your life. It's a perfect moment for you to begin to do some exploring instead of only considering yourself. Consider what you need to understand about the conditions, people, culture, and environment you're engaged with. You'll be happy that you did. Illumination is the miracle you seek and you will find. Illumination comes under the tower as well. All right. Uncomfortable? Let me know down below. Call me for your own personal reading, 213-458-7408. Also, I'd like to start a Dear Abby. So, Tracy Brown Live at Gmail and give me some concerns that you have, and I will respond to them publicly on Good Morning Tracy. All right, guys. Leos, I'm sorry. It showed up again, but I really feel like it's something that you could handle. It's something that you know you can handle this, okay? Take it easy. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown.